Hi guys, it's Denise with Create Your Future. Thanks for joining me for today's video. Today I wanted to talk about everyone is you pushed out and explain what it is, a little bit about what it isn't, and I have some intentions toward the end of the video that will help you build your belief in everyone is you pushed out. Before we get started, as always, set your intentions to get the most out of this video. And if you're interested in signing up for coaching, we have an amazing team and the link is in the description below. So everyone is you pushed out. What does that mean? What it means is whatever you assume to be true of others will be true of others. So any beliefs, expectations, snap judgments, all of these things will be reflected back to you through your 3D experience with this person, or generalizations. There's two ways that we create things within people, and it's specific people, like they are this way, he will be like this, I bet she thinks like this. Those types of things create them to reflect back to us. Then we also have like generalizations where we just have these, all men are, or women tend to be, or people of a certain age are like this, or they think like this. These are going to create as well. So all of your inner thoughts about a person or a group of persons or anything like that, even a situation, all of your inner thoughts on it will be reflected back to you through your 3D experience. When I say inner thoughts, I mean the dominant inner thought, like what's really sitting there as truth for you, what you really believe, what you expect, what you really assume. Sometimes we don't realize we have certain inner thoughts or judgments or expectations or beliefs about people. And then they show up that way in our reality. And we're like, they just are like that. They came to me like that. No one ever comes to you like that. So what your 3D experience is basically a tool for you to understand what you're truly thinking and believing about people, groups of people, situations and circumstances in your reality. So rather than trying to resist and say, Jerry shows up rude, I didn't think Jerry was going to be rude. You obviously did if he showed up that way in your reality. So going with it and learning like, okay, cool. Jerry's actually just showing me that I had a belief or expectation that he would be rude. So I'm going to work on correcting that. Now your inner dominant thoughts, your beliefs, all they are things that you have adopted to be true. So things that you didn't have resistance to believing in. Things that you either repeated to yourself as truth. All people are like this. All women think like this. All men are this way. Whatever these beliefs are, you've heard them around you. You're repeating them. You're creating them. So any of these inner beliefs or inner thoughts, beliefs can be replaced and changed. It's just a matter of repetition. All beliefs is a thought that we repeated enough to make it true for us. So any assumptions that you have of others, whether it's specific people or people in general, those can be replaced. Even if it's about yourself, you can replace those just by finding the counter thought, the belief that you want to create within yourself and giving it your attention, repeating it when you can, writing it down if that feels good, hearing yourself saying it to yourself, hearing someone else say it to you. Practice all these techniques, visualizing yourself in a situation that's contradicting that previous belief. Visualize yourself in a situation that supports the new belief that you want to create within yourself. And so also like why certain people show up the way they do. Well, why did I make Jerry rude? Really doesn't matter other than knowing that Jerry was simply the path of least resistance for that dominant belief to come out. So thinking of it in terms of your entire reality, everything that you're experiencing, we call it a bubble sometimes, your quantum bubble, but let's call it a blank screen. So rather than a bubble, what's lining the inside of that bubble is actually a blank white screen, basically. That's what all of these people are, all of these situations and circumstances. They're just blank white screens that become available for our projection. So Jerry just happened to be the path of least resistance for my belief that somebody can be rude to me. So he was the path of least resistance for that to come out and project onto him and bounce back in through my 3D experience, through my senses. It was already within me. So also, I want to just kind of touch really quickly on sometimes, like, we don't have this conscious thought that we thought Jerry would be rude. Or, you know, if a friend tells me she went to Greece on vacation, I maybe never said, oh, I bet she would like to go to Greece someday, or even thought really about Greece or about her and Greece or anything. But it doesn't matter because I'm basically tapped into infinite intelligence. Anything that can be possible, I know of on a subconscious level. I know of anything that can happen. I know of all these possibilities that exist, places people can go. All of this information, ways people can show up. They can be generous, caring, loving, trustworthy. I know they also can be the opposite. People can show up as stingy, dishonest, rude, mean, all of those things. So just because I'm aware that they're possible means that those things are lying dormant within me as a possibility to project out and then have it come back through my experience. So it doesn't always mean that, you know, we have this really specific idea or thought that this will be this way, or this person will say this thing or show up this way. But just the fact that we know that these things are possible. You know that men can be players. So you might experience somebody in your reality treating you that way or showing up that way. So now you don't have to experience it. Some people have a really strong belief, expectation that anyone that's into me is committed. Everyone that's always attracted to me, super committed and loyal. Now, if you have that dominant belief, even if you know the possibility of a player, that dominant belief is going to keep that concept of someone being a player dormant. It's going to keep it inactive. It's not going to happen. You know about it, you're aware of it, but you're not going to experience it because your belief counters it. Same thing with Jerry being rude. It's like I just have the knowing that somebody can be rude, even if I believe people are always nice to me, but there's somewhere in there it's showing me that this reality, this possibility of someone showing up as rude is active and it's going to show up somewhere. So anything that shows up in your reality, just be grateful for it and know that it's there to show you what you are thinking so that you can replace it. So yeah, basically everyone is just the path of least resistance for things that are within you that will come out eventually. Even if it's not Jerry being rude, somebody will come out as being rude if I have it active within me, thinking that people can be rude to me. So to build your belief with everyone as you push out, I suggest making a list. Actually, start doing 3 little things. Make a list with areas in your life where you have little or no resistance. So having a friend wear a certain colored shirt, or a coworker wear a certain colored shirt, or your mom talking about roller coasters, or just something that's a little off, not predictable, not common, out of the ordinary for it to happen, but there's not a whole lot of resistance to it happening. In other words, you wouldn't be mind blown if it happened. So create like 3 to 5 things with that. And then create 1 or 2 things where you have like a medium level of resistance. And so this is something like if you have that friend that will never wear pink, start intending that she wears pink, or he, or whatever. Or if, I don't know, you have that friend that anytime you guys go out to eat, they order a Coca-Cola, intend that they're going to get a nice tea. Like something where it's someone that you see on a regular basis, they're close to you, you know their habits or patterns, and you just start tweaking this one little thing that you've always noticed about them and play with that for a while. And then have your thing where you have heavy resistance, and that's probably going to be your specific person, or something related to relationship, or something related to finances, and pick that one thing and focus on that. But doing these in the different levels of resistance are going to help you, because the things where you don't have much resistance to, obviously they're going to come through quick. They're going to build your confidence. You're going to feel good about it. The area where there's medium resistance, it's going to build your confidence a little bit more, because you're going to realize like, oh, I almost didn't think that would happen. Like there was a pretty good chance, like that really surprised me. Pretty good chance that she would never order iced tea. And I got her to order iced tea with lemon. Holy moly. And so that'll build your confidence even more. And then this other, you'll start to see that all of these situations are actually the same. They take the same work. It's just getting through the level of resistance by repeating the new intention and seeing them in that pink shirt, seeing them drinking that iced tea, seeing your SP walk through your door, like, you know, confessing their love to you. All of these things, they're the same. It's just you're going through your own level of resistance. So also to touch on what resistance is, it's simply your own level of disbelief. In other words, there's nothing that can't happen or isn't possible, or it's not, you know, it's not an objective resistance to where that's so unlikely. It's all you. You're the only one that has created any resistance to it. You're the only one you need to convince that it's possible. You're the only one that can change it, actually. So starting to realize that if something, like I'm coming up against it and it's seeming difficult and I feel like I'm not getting anywhere, it's showing me that I have a lot of resistance around this topic. So I need to chip through that and keep going. Sometimes getting through the resistance is easier done by sort of accepting it and softening the intentions that we're using. So if you have a lot of resistance about your specific person committing to you, maybe not going to, we are committed, he's so committed, she's so committed, they're so committed, they're so loyal, they're so faithful, they are in this, they're proposing to me. Maybe that creates more resistance with you, and you want to go to, they're starting to want to be committed to me. They're thinking about committing to me more and more every day. They're getting really comfortable with thinking about commitment. They're over their fears about commitment. They're ready to step into commitment. And then you just keep growing with it from there. So just understanding that there is no resistance that's outside of you that's saying this thing can't happen or this is very unlikely. It's all you. Even if you have feedback from people in your reality saying, oh, I don't think that's possible, that's you. They're reflecting back to you your belief, your resistance. So they're just the path of least resistance to reflect that part of you, that belief within you. So knowing that can help you. Yeah, so I guess that's it. I went out of order with my notes. So, okay, now we'll get into some intentions. And so these are just a few intentions to help you build your belief in everyone as you pushed out. And then just another few for creating things that are harmonious in your situation, like intending everyone as you pushed out, and these people are treating me this way. Okay, so I intend to tap into the awareness that my thoughts create my experience. Or you can use the word reality or 3D, or however you want to word it. I intend to see the correlation between my thoughts and my experience. I intend to feel the support and love from the people in my life. I intend to feel confident and comfortable when interacting with others. I intend to keep my thoughts of others pure and of positive intent. I intend to feel confident knowing my experience is just feedback and that at any time I can change it by adjusting my thoughts. So those are some for just general, and then a few for creating different interactions with specific people or all the people in my life. You can say that, the people in my life, the people in my reality, the people around me, my SP, or use their name. So I'm just going to go with people in my life. People in my life care for me and appreciate me. People in my life respect and value me. The people in my life make me a priority and have my best interests at heart. The people in my life are trustworthy, loyal, and committed to me. Okay. And then just some other simple ones from some of the examples earlier, like, I intend that Jerry is always polite. I intend that my specific person shows up on time. I intend that my specific person is ready for commitment and reflects that back to me. It's all about what you believe about all these people and situations around you. So start telling yourself that you believe what you want, and just start there. Start telling yourself, like, this person is polite to me. This person always shows up on time. This person is ready to commit to me. This person is pursuing me and they were just scared before. Just start telling yourself that little bit by little bit, and let it expand and grow, and let the evidence show up. So remember, you're creating it. We're not looking at reality and then affirming for what we're seeing. Like, oh, he's committed to me. He just asked me to marry him. He's committed now. I can say it. I can think it. That's not going to get you the commitment. You have to think it first. You have to assume it first. So he's showing up. He's committed. He's proposing to me in here. And then you'll experience it out there. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you next time. Bye.